If you've ever asked the question of why you aren't motivated to do anything, I can understand your confusion. After all, you could be an extremely motivated person. You work hard and you love what you are doing, so why aren't you more than ready to jump in headfirst and make a new start? If you ask yourself this question often enough, you will come to realize that it really isn't the real reason. You may also come to realize that you are actually sabotaging yourself by focusing too much on the problem. Or you may just be a lazy person. If you fall into any of these categories, then you need to take action to change yourself so you can become more motivated to achieve your goals. Let me start by stating that I'm a lazy person. In fact, I'd like to think that I'm the laziest person there is, but I can admit to having a few bad habits. When it comes to motivation, it's important to realize that everyone has bad habits, but that they don't have to be permanent. These bad habits can be overcome by changing them into good habits and by keeping a journal where you can track them. Once you've identified the bad habits and made a plan to overcome them, you will be better equipped to handle your motivation. So, now let's talk about the real reason that you're not motivated. If you're really determined to get started, then the main reasons are probably laziness or fear. Your laziness can be overcome, though, if you are willing to put forth the effort to do it. Fear is a big issue, though. It will be easier for you to overcome if you are willing to face your fear head-on. Fear of failure is probably the biggest of the fears that we face. We know that we can't succeed at something unless we have experienced it, and fear of failure prevents many people from getting started. Once you've faced your fear of failure, you will be more able to push forward and achieve your goal. You will also realize that fear of failure is very short-lived. Once you experience success and overcome it, you will be surprised at how quickly you will overcome your fear. The key is to just keep going. Even when you get a little pushback at first, just keep moving forward. It will come. Eventually, you will become so motivated that you won't even care about your fear of failure. When you start facing your fear of failure, make a plan to overcome it. If you're not sure what you need to do, then consult an expert to help you. One of the real reasons why you're not motivated is because you're afraid of failure. The fear of failure keeps us from getting started and keeps us from accomplishing our goals. So, when you are facing your fear of failure, don't be afraid. Instead, embrace the fear. Don't get afraid, become afraid. This is actually the hardest part. You must convince yourself that you can beat your fear. You must believe in yourself before you can conquer it. It will take time for your fear to leave, but you must push forward when it's at its strongest. If you want to get started on overcoming fear, then you have to overcome this first. Once you've overcome your fear, then you can apply the knowledge you've learned to defeat your next fear. It's that simple. In other words, you can't be 100% successful. Fear will always be around you, it's part of being human. So, don't let fear be your excuse for why you're not motivated. Be motivated. This is the only reason why you aren't motivated and you can't overcome fear. So, the real reason why you're not motivated. Learn how to overcome it. Then you will have nothing to fear.